Welcome back. So we have some interesting tickets I wanted to go over. And we have a few other larger items in this little stack in front of you. So I'm just going to start from the top and work our way down. So starting off is something I'll be sending off to a fellow YouTuber. This is a Cubs vs. Reds ticket stub, August 22nd, 1983. And this is Johnny Bench's last season in the majors and last appearance at Wrigley Field. Something for the PC, for mine. This is a ticket stub for the 1954 All-Star Game in Cleveland when Al Rosen hit 2 home runs, which was the difference maker as the AL won 11-9. These are a little bit interesting, a little bit different. So many of you may not be aware, but back in 2007, they tried to start a professional baseball league in Israel. Obviously called it the Israel Baseball League, or IBL. And these 3 tickets were from the first game, the inaugural game of that inaugural season. League only lasted 1 year before it folded, but nice little piece of baseball history, Israeli history, and Jewish sports history. So obviously found these inexpensively and decided to pick up a few. Next up, we have the game that Sandy Koufax was supposed to start in the 1965 World Series. This is the Yom Kippur game that Koufax did not start. Instead, Don Drysdale got lit up in his stead. So this is actually a 2-ticket lot. So I have 2 tickets from Game 1 of that World Series. And these I will look to get slabbed. What is more interesting, I think, is this is, they call a proof or phantom ticket. So these are tickets that they did as a test sheet, essentially, for 65 World Series. It's agreed at mint 9. It is a full ticket. And it's got void stamped in the middle of it. So found this for inexpensive. Add it to the Koufax PC. Speaking of the Koufax PC, you have not just 1, but 2 autos on Hall of Fame plaques. Not the best spot, but they were cheap through a seller on Facebook. And so I'll look to get these slabbed as well. This is a nice little find on eBay. They had it listed, and I made an offer, and they accepted it. The card's a little rough, but it is signed and authenticated by SGC when they used to do authentications. It is a used postcard, so it is postmarked 1951. And it's Greenberg in a Cleveland uniform, even though he never played for Cleveland. He was front office. Very difficult signature coming up here. This is Morris Arnovich. Morris Arnovich was a player in the 30s and 40s. Played for the Phillies, the Reds, and I believe a few other teams. And for the purpose of my PC, he is the only player that kept a kosher, as far as we know, in the history of the game. So, very difficult signature. He passed away in 1959, so there's not a whole lot of material out there of him. And people really aren't aware of him as much as other players. It's an interesting addition to the Mantle collection. It's a 1962 Holiday Inn postcard in a PSA 6. So, Mantle owned, or was a partner in a Holiday Inn in Joplin, Missouri. And these just, there's such a huge range on these price-wise. This I thought was a really good deal. Good grade, nice looking, no fading, no scuffs. So I figured I'd add this to the Mantle collection. This actually won at auction. Didn't expect to because I put a really low bid on. But this is another Koufax cut from 2018 Historic Autographs Kings. Number 4 of 7. This is only a silver auto though. So another auto for the Koufax PC. And the final item is, you get it here, 1936 R312 Hank Greenberg Premium. It's only graded 1.5, but it presents very well. In color. There's a little bit of tape on the bottom, tape stain. The back obviously was in a book at some point, but didn't have an example. Wanted to add one. Price is maybe a tad high, but I at least now have an example already slabbed for the PC. So that's what I have for you this time around. Nice little variety of PC material. Kind of hitting all aspects of it too. Just unusual. And kind of more Koufax autos than I was expecting to add. It's a bunch of autos, a bunch of large stuff, and obviously some tickets. And believe me, we're going to have some very interesting and unique items coming up in future videos. So that's what I got for you this time around. Again, I wanted to have a little bit interesting of a mix for you. Show you something a little bit different, which I try and do every time. And until next time, please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or a YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. Find your way of being active in this community and pursue it. Whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your PC will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. So until next time, I thank you very much for joining me. I hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.